Hello cyclists! Today a pretty new brand with stylish and very comfortable bicycles. The brand is called Smallo and this is the LX2. Smallo is known for very chic, sophisticated, a little special design-wise, and also smart bicycles that are very reliable and pretty cool to cycle. And before I tell you more about the features and the accessories of the bicycle, let's go for a test ride. The LX2 is, in my opinion, a fun bike. Well, of course it is for commuters, but it also is a lot of fun because actually you do get two bikes in one, because you can choose between a smart mode with just a little push on the button on the left, or my left remote on the handlebars, and then you get a lot of support and the bicycle shifts for you automatically. So that is actually a pretty cool feature. Well, as you probably know, I'm a moderate cyclist, so I'm not like choosing the highest mode of support when I do cycle an e-bike, and the LX2 gives you like everything it's got when you choose the smart mode. So you easily reach 25 kilometers. For example, now here comes a red light. I'm in the smart mode, and I could be even smarter because this bicycle has a boost button. So when you do want the extra little bit of support for just, for example, when you start from a red light or even for a longer period, there's the boost button just under my control on the right side of the handlebars, where I also use the different gears. So let's see, pressing the boost button. Bye! And 25 kilometers. So super easy. So there's actually a lot of innovative stuff. So besides the smart button, there's also attention. There's a horn, and on the right side I can choose the different gears when I'm not in the smart mode, and I can shift up and down. It's 7 gears. It's a gearing system from Smallo. It's an internal gearing system. And even when I was not in the smart mode, those 7 gears were enough. So there was enough variety for me to choose from. The smart mode is not 100% drowned, not yet in my opinion, because every now and then I had the feeling that the system was not really sure what to do. And it gets like really all the support of the motor. It's a Bafang motor that's located in the front hub, and Smallo says it has at least more than 13 Newton meters, and I would say that is definitely correct because the motor is really strong, as you just saw. So what I think is super cool in the smart mode, you can individualize the automatic assist level, and you do that within the app, and that is so cool because what you could wish for is, of course, that you have an individualized gearing system so that you shift when you need the gears to be shifted. I think that is so cool. You just go to the app and play around a little, and when you find the correct level, perfect, then you go and have a fantastic riding experience. If you turn off the smart mode, then it feels almost as if you have no support at all and you cannot choose any modes of pedal assistance. But actually that's something that I like, because I still, even though I'm cycling an e-bike, love to exercise. So that's what I meant when I said you get two bikes in one. This sitting position is pretty upright, so perfect for me, in my opinion, if you do cycle a lot in the city, because you see what is happening around you or in front of you. And the handlebars are pretty broad, a bit bent backwards, so you do have a very natural riding position. And there are ergo grips, so there's some space for my wrists, and therefore it feels really very comfortable. There is an integrated display that shows you if you're in the smart mode or not, and how fast you are and how the battery is loaded. And the second little display is just above the little control where I can shift my gears. And definitely if you're looking for attention, due to the fact that the design is very special, you get a lot of attention. So I already had a few encounters, people asking me what kind of bicycle this is. We do have two different frame colors. I have the Arctic white, but there's also a midnight black. There's only one frame size, and this is a large. And it starts for people that are 172 centimeters and above. I'm 174 centimeters, so for me it's definitely okay. If you're shorter and you're male, I would say don't buy it, because if you have to hop off the bicycle due to the fact that it has a very classic frame geometry, it could be very painful. The design is of course also very special because the lights are integrated. And it's massive and pretty huge in the front, and it's integrated on the fender in the rear. The light, or the lighting system, has a sensor. So the moment it's a bit becoming a little dim or darker, then the light turns on automatically. And to be honest, I actually like to choose to cycle always with the lights on, because for now it's an autumn day, the sun is not shining, so it's a bit grayish, and I would prefer actually to be, because I'm wearing also black and gray, I would love to be seen even more.
So the headlight has the sensor, but it can also stay on. You can just choose what you prefer. In my opinion, it's always safer just to leave the headlight on all the time.
The bicycle is also smart because it comes with an app, and the app design is really nice. So I like the amount of smartness because the bicycle is not depending on the app. So like for example, you have other manufacturers where you can only ride your bike when you do have the app. But one thing that you have to keep in mind, in case the battery is empty, you cannot switch gears anymore, so you won't be able to shift. That's not like a typical Smallo thing. That's all the manufacturers that decide to work with an automated gearing system. It has a lot of pros, but also the cons that you really have to check if your battery is full, or at least has enough range. Speaking about the battery cannot be taken out, so it's integrated into the frame, so you're not that flexible concerning charging of the bike or the battery.
The battery has 504 watt-hours and therefore gives you a range from 70 up to 120 kilometers. Of course, always depending how much you cycle in the smart mode, so how much the mode has to offer you, and how heavy you are, if there are a lot of inclines. So it depends. As I was cycling most of the time without the smart motor, it took me almost 110 kilometers.
I was just cycling over cobblestone and a not very even road, and due to the fact that the tires are very chunky and big and broad, it felt quite not like super comfortable, but it was absolutely okay.
Okay, I know the light is shitty, but the acoustics are perfect. So just listen when I turn on the bike. And when I turn it off.
The gearing system is from Shimano, as well as the hydraulic disc brakes that work really well. Especially today, like a typical autumn day in Hamburg, it was drizzling a lot. There's a lot of leaves on the bike paths, and the disc brakes were working really well. And if, like in this season, a bike has to be very reliable. So I'm happy about that. And also very good and very important, they can be serviced, those parts, in every bike shop. The bicycle is a commuter bike, so it comes fully equipped with the lights and of course with front and rear fenders that are very sturdy and stiff, and they weren't rattling at all, even when I was cycling over the worst cobblestone you can imagine.
What makes this bike the perfect commuter body is, of course, a rear rack. So my test bike didn't have one, but you can order one online.
So what makes this bicycle also very comfortable is the saddle. It's very classy, very chic, a bit more narrow to the front, but I thought it fits very well concerning the design, but also for me it was quite comfortable, but of course that's very individual. One teeny tiny feature that I also liked is that there's a little flap just underneath the display in the front, and there is a USB-C port. So I could, for example, charge my iPhone while I'm cycling. That's pretty cool, because if you do need the navigation and you have your mobile phone attached to the handlebars, every now and then it's very energy consuming, and then it's pretty cool that you can charge your mobile phone while cycling. Also, like you see, design-wise, the battery is integrated here, and the little flap is just underneath the top tube, and it was a bit, I don't know, it's not the easiest way to put in the cables, but I think you just have to get used to it, because you do not really see where you have to plug in the cable. So overall, this bicycle combines a lot of comfort if you do cycle a lot, but also has the smartness factor with the smart mode. And this whole package, as you see it here, costs 2,699 euros. But I would say go on their website, follow them on the social media channels, because every now and then they do have a promotion, and that could be interesting for you. If you want to test ride this bicycle, also do check out the website, because there are different showrooms that offer test rides of the different Smallo models. And if you decide to buy it online, then the bicycle will be with you within 10 days. There is a 5-year warranty on the frame, and of course a 2-year warranty for all the parts and accessories. So for me, overall, this is a pretty interesting addition to the bicycle market. A beautiful bicycle that the design is, of course, it's very individual, but I think it's something new, very special. And I love the fact that you have a combination of like a regular bicycle and a very sportive one. So for me, definitely a thumbs up. I like what Smalo did. The LX2 rocks.